Hello everybody, welcome to Totally Tabled. My name is Shaggy, and today I'm doing a full solo playthrough of Sentinels of the Multiverse Definitive Edition. I went ahead and I got everything set up. You have to play with at least 3 characters. For this playthrough, I'm going with the Wraith, Tachyon, and Unity. I've shuffled up their decks and dealt each 4 cards, that'll be their starting hands, and I've set their starting health. You then need to pick an environment deck. We're going with Megaopolis. This is one of the easier starting locations, so you just want to shuffle up that deck. And then you need to pick a villain. We're going to go with the very first villain that they recommend for your first game, Baron Blade. You need to pull out their mobile defense platform card, and then shuffle up all the others. They start with 40 health, and I'm going to be using poker chips to track their health. I just find that a little easier. And to make things a little bit more difficult, we're going to be playing the advanced mode. As always, I'm going to teach everything as I play, so let's just go ahead and dive on in and get started. You always begin the game with the villain's turn, and every turn begins with the start phase. You're just going to look at their character card and any cards that are in play and resolve any start phase effects. Baron Blade has an effect that says if there are 15 cards in their discard pile, then we lose the game. He actually pulls the moon into the earth and it's game over. So essentially we need to do 40 points of damage before that happens, before they get 15 cards into their discard pile. Now unfortunately, if you look at their mobile defense platform, we can't harm Baron Blade until we take out the mobile defense platform, and it has 12 health. There's no other start phase effects, so we can jump straight into the play phase where we just play the top card of their deck. It says, consider the price of victory. This is a card with an ongoing effect. First, it says that it's -1 damage dealt by hero targets. And then during the next start phase, each hero will have to discard a card. Then, Baron Blade deals each hero target 1 sonic damage. We'll then need to discard the top H-1 cards of the villain deck. And that H means the number of heroes in play. So in our case, 3. Baron Blade's going to discard 3-1 or 2 cards from his villain deck, and then we'll destroy this card. So for this current round, the heroes are going to be dealing -1 damage. And to track that, we have all of these little tokens here. So we can just put these on to remind us. And now the last phase is the end phase, where we resolve any end phase effects. And the mobile defense platform has one. It says to reveal the top card of the villain deck. If it is a minion card, play it, otherwise discard it. Well, we drew a device, a remote walking tank, so we're just going to discard it. But unfortunately, that's 1 card in the discard pile, so we only have 14 more, and then we lose the game. There we go, that's the villain's turn done. Now we're going to go through and do each of our heroes, and we'll just start with Unity and go around. And each hero turn is pretty similar to the villain turn. We first have a start phase where we'll resolve any start phase abilities. We don't have any of those for our heroes yet, so we can skip that and go straight to the play phase. Here we get to play a card from our hand if we want to. We don't have to. And Unity here has a pretty unusual deck. According to this book of lore that comes with the game, Unity is a technopath. So that means that if she can imagine a construction, then she can build it, given the right parts. And she's actually Tachyon's assistant. Both Tachyon and the Wraith are part of the Freedom 5, which is like the main superhero group. So Unity's technically not part of that, but she comes along and joins because she is Tachyon's assistant. And Unity's whole deal is that she makes these mechanical golems. So her whole deck is about putting out these mechanical golems that do all these cool abilities. But you can't just play those mechanical golems from your hand. As you can see, she has this stealth bot in her starting hand, and it says that this card cannot be played during your play phase. Instead, we have to use other means, which I'll show you here right now. So the card we're going to play is this item card. This is a modular workbench. It has a power, but we're not interested in that power at the moment. Now, if that card had a play effect, we would resolve it now, but this actually has a power effect. So we're going to ignore that for now, and that's the end of our play phase. Now we move on to the power phase. This lets us activate one of our abilities that has the power keyword. And you can see here our modular workbench has that. It says power, play one card. If that card is not a mechanical golem card, draw one card. But I want to play a mechanical golem, and so I'm going to turn to the power that's on Unity's character card. This says destroy one item card. Destroy means take an item card that's in play in your tableau and put it into your discard pile, so we'll do that. And then if you do, you can either play or discover one mechanical golem. So using that power, I could play this mechanical golem right now. And that's how you get the mechanical golems out primarily. There's other ways. But instead, I want to discover a mechanical golem. When we discover, we just keep drawing cards off the top of the deck until we find the type of card that we're trying to find. Oh, and there we go. We got a platform bot. We just get to add that to our hand. We shuffle this card back into our deck. And there we go. That's the power phase done. We now have the draw phase where we get to draw a card. And if we didn't play a card and if we skipped our power phase, then we could actually draw 2 cards. So you always have that option to skip both your play and your power phase and draw 2 cards instead. And then we have the end phase where we would resolve any end phase effects. And then that's it. That's Unity's turn done. We now move over to Tachyon and we do the exact same thing. Again, we can skip the start phase, move straight on to the play phase. And Tachyon, as it says here, is the fastest woman on Earth. And her deck is all about drawing and playing loads of cards and going through her deck super fast and doing a lot of little damage. And to illustrate that, I think she's going to play this card right here, Expedited Efficiency. It's a one-shot, so that just means you resolve the effect and then discard it. This says to draw 1 card, and then play up to 2 cards. So the first card I want to play is this one, Blinding Speed. Another one-shot, it just says to destroy 1 ongoing card. And boom, we have this ongoing card here, so we're going to destroy that. That will keep that effect from happening, and that will remove those -1 tokens. And then for my second play, I'll do Fleet of Foot. It says each hero may draw 1 card. So that is great. And then I can play a card. This is what Tachyon's all about. I think she'll then just end with a Nimble Strike. Tachyon deals 1 target, 2 melee damage, and then you may draw a card. So we're obviously going to attack the mobile defense platform. Just place 2 damage on there. Draw a card. And there we go. That was just her play phase. Now we go to her power phase. We're going to look at the one on her card. That's all we have. It says reveal the top card of your deck and either draw it or discard it. I think we'll draw that into our hand. And then we have the draw phase where we get to draw again. And then the end phase, and we're done. And now I just realized something here. I forgot we're playing on the advanced mode of Baron Blade. So we had another end phase effect that you only resolve if you're playing the advanced mode. It's right down here. And it says to discard H, which is 3, -2 villain cards off the top of his deck. So there we go. In this advanced mode, we have to be even quicker at defeating him because every round he's just going to keep discarding a card off the top. Okay, now we're on to the Wraith. The Wraith is very much like a Batman-esque character. She is a vigilante that does a bunch of gadgets and things like that. I think she's going to play out her utility belt. It's an item, and it says limited. Limited just means you can only have 1 copy of this out at a time, even though there's multiple in your deck. It has a power which will let you either draw 2 cards or play 1 item card. And during the power phase, you may use 1 additional power this phase. That's pretty awesome. We can activate 2 powers. And it's now the power phase, so let's activate the power that's on this card. Let's go ahead and play an item. This is her micro-targeting computer. This will give her +2 projectile damage dealt when she deals damage. And then because we can activate 2 powers, we'll activate the power that's on her character card. So until her start phase, she'll actually get -1 damage. So we can put that on her. Okay, beautiful. Draw phase, draw a card, end phase, and the heroes are done. We didn't do much damage there, but we drew a bunch of cards. We're preparing some things, so that was a pretty good round. After all the heroes go, we then have to activate the environmental card. Just draw it off the top, and we got Bustling City. So this is a one-shot. It says, in turn order, reveal the top card of each deck. If the revealed card is a one-shot card, discard it. Otherwise, play it. Wow, okay. So we'll start with Baron Blade. Okay, not a one-shot, so we will play it. It's a device. This is the remote walking tank. -1 damage dealt to this card. It's got 5 health. And in the end phase, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP, H energy damage. Again, in our case, 3. Okay, so -1 to that target. So now Unity gets to draw the top card of her deck. It is a one-shot, so we just discard it. Tachyon, a one-shot. And the Wraith, an item. So we get to play it. This is her Sonic Neutralizer, and it's got a power. Select 1 environment card and play. Until your start phase, that card has no game text. So it's another item out. And it says each deck, so I assume that that also means the environment deck. But it is a one-shot, so we just discard it. Okay, there we go. That was a complete full round of Sentinels of the Multiverse. We're then going to go back to Baron Blade and just keep doing that, cycling around and around until either our heroes are dead or he has 15 cards in a discard pile, which ends the game, or we manage to defeat him. Let's draw a card. Oh no, it's a minion. A Blade Battalion. During the end phase, this card is going to deal the hero target with the highest HP X melee damage, where X is the current HP of this card, which is 5. Wow, that's not good. So now we're at the end phase. We have quite a few things, and we're going to do it in order, starting with Baron Blade. Just going to discard a card off the top. Now here, reveal the top card, and if it's a minion, play it. Nope, it's a one-shot. So this is going to deal 3 damage to whoever has the most health, which is Tachyon. And this is dealing 5 to whoever has the highest, which is now either Unity or Wraith. So I'll have it be Wraith, and she's taking -1 to that. So she'll just take 4. They're done. Unity gets to play a card. She's going to play this Construction Pylon. And then during her power phase, she's going to activate it. It says that you can play up to 2 mechanical golems and then destroy the card. So she'll play the Platform Bot and this Swift Bot. So the Platform Bot gets a -1. And the Swift Bot here is going to let us play an additional card during our play phase, which is already left, so next play phase. But here in the draw phase, it's going to let us draw 2 cards. And then during our end phase, the Platform Bot is going to attack 1 target and do 3 damage. We really need to take out this defense platform. Yeah, so let's focus on it. Has 7 more damage left before we destroy it, and then once we do, we can attack Baron Blade. Tachyon. She's going to play this card. We've seen this before. Draw 1 card, and then play up to 2. And she's going to push herself to the limits. This is an ongoing card. It has a lot of effects. It has a power effect that she can activate, which will let her deal 1 target 3 melee damage, but then you destroy this card. If she doesn't do that, then at the start phase, she has to deal herself 2 damage. And this is fixed damage, which means it can't be reduced or increased in any way. It's always going to be 2. But during her play phase, she can play 1 additional card. And we're still in the play phase, so that's going to activate right now. So she's going to get 1 more play from this expedited efficiency and another play because of this card. And then during the draw phase, she can draw an additional card. Let's do the Sonic Vortex. She can deal X targets 3 sonic damage each. And X is the number of cards in her trash. So she obviously has plenty of cards in her trash, so she can target all 3 of these. It says a -1, so it's only going to do 2. That's good, because now that's only going to be doing 2 damage. So that's nice. And then for her last play, she'll just play this card here. Synaptic Interrupt. Now this is a ongoing reaction card. So reaction can be played outside of your turn. It says draw 1 card or play 1 card. If you play a card this way, destroy this card. And so you can react to being attacked and damaged, then you can activate that reaction card. So I think she won't do this power. So she'll do the power on her card, which just lets her basically draw a card. And then during her draw phase, she can draw 2. And there we go. She's done. Now the Wraith. So first of all, this goes away, but it might be coming back. I don't think she wants to play a card right now, so we're going to skip the play phase. We can do 2 powers, so we'll do this one and we'll draw 2 cards. And then we'll activate this again to get that -1 back. All right, we got another ongoing impending casualty. So here at the end phase of this environmental turn, 1 hero may discard their hand. And if they do, they draw 2 cards, then destroy this card. Otherwise, it's going to stay out there, and then during the start phase of the environmental turn, each hero character deals itself 3 fixed psychic damage and then destroy this card. I don't think we want to discard our hands yet, so we're going to leave that out there. And we'll take care of that in a different way. Not saving that person will do a lot of psychic damage to our heroes, so we don't want to just let that person die. Okay, there we go. End of round 2. Hasten Doom. Baron Blade deals each hero 2 toxic damage, and then play the top card of the villain deck. Wraith is just going to take 1. And then we got to draw the next card. Blade Battalion. Okay, another one of these. That's not good. And then during the end phase, going to discard the top card. Yikes. Here we're going to draw and see if it's a minion. Nope, it's a device. So this is going to do 3 damage here to Unity. She has the most. This one's dealing 2 damage because it has only 2 health left. And that's going to be to Tachyon. And now 5 damage, either to Unity or Wraith. Again, we'll go to the Wraith here, -1. Already down to 17 health. Not good. Oh, man. How are we doing here on the discard pile? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoa, 8 already. We have got to get rid of this thing so we can start attacking. Now, because of the Swift Bot, we can play 2 cards this round during our play phase. That's going to be very helpful. Yeah, we got to be quick here. Let's do Brainstorm. Draw 3 cards. And then Unity deals up to 3 targets 1 lightning damage. So let's get that. And then these two, because that wouldn't take any damage. And then for her second play, I guess we'll play supply crates. After this card is played, draw a card. Okay, and then I'm going to use my power to destroy this item to put out another golem. Same platform bot. Draw phase, I can draw 2 cards. Now in phase, platform bot's dealing 3 damage to the mobile defense platform, and that will destroy it. So now Baron Blade is no longer immune to damage. So now we can attack him, and that's exactly what this platform bot's going to do. Now, I forgot, Tachyon could have reacted when she was attacked, but we'll let that go. We can do that at a different time. Now, at the start of her turn, though, she deals herself 2 damage because she's pushing herself to the limits. But we get to play 2 cards. For her first of 2 plays, she's going to play these HUD goggles. Now her damage is irreducible, which means that whatever damage she does, like for instance with that -1, that's not going to do anything to stop her or reduce her damage. And then it says you can play 1 additional card this phase. So I now have 2 more plays I can make. We'll play Blinding Speed. That's just going to destroy 1 ongoing card. Boom, we can take care of this event. We have saved this person and prevented this casualty. So we'll just stop there. That's going to be our plays. For her power, I think she will actually use this power on this pushing the limits. She'll deal 1 target 3 melee damage and destroy this card. And then she only gets to draw 1. And she's done. Okay, so the Wraith loses this. Okay, hold on. Gotta count this deck again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's gonna put a 10th one in there. He might put an 11th one in there if he draws a 1-shot. 12, 13, 14. Woo! So if we destroy all of these cards, he might get to 14. But we only checked the 15 at the start. So I think we can do that. Okay, fine. We'll play this. Throwing Knives. Another item. And for one of our powers, we will activate it. So we're dealing up to 3 targets, 1 projectile damage each, but our micro-targeting computer means we get +2 projectile damage. So we're actually doing 3 damage to 3 targets. We gotta hit Baron Blade. So there we go. Now that one's doing 1 damage, that one's doing 1 damage. And it's actually better for us to have them out here and not dead. So I'm going to leave that and then do 3, but -1. So 2 more damage to that. So everything's still alive, but they're not nearly as scary. And now I can do a second power. I can play another item card. I'll draw 2 cards. Done. Oh no, we have an emergency, a hostage situation. So at the end of this phase, 1 hero may discard 2 one-shot cards. If they do, destroy this card. Otherwise, this has 6 health. And then at the start phase, each hero destroys 1 of their item cards. Each hero discards 1 card, and then destroy this card. Do we want 1 hero to discard 2 one-shots. I think we can probably do that. I kind of like her cards. And no. Okay, maybe Unity can. She typically doesn't play one-shots. Unity will do that. She will discard these 2 one-shots. And we'll just deal with that. Devious Disruption. Each hero may destroy any of their ongoing and/or item cards. Baron Blade deals each hero character X lightning damage, where X is the number of hero, ongoing, and item cards in that hero's play area plus 3. Whoa. Well, Unity gets off easy because her mechanical golems are neither items nor ongoing cards. So she's just going to get 3 damage. Tachyon will use this reaction, which will get rid of it, so that's just as good. She'll use it to play a card. That will let her draw 3 cards and then discard 2. 1, 2, 3. Now she has to get rid of 2 cards. Okay, she'll get rid of these 2. She's going to hold on to that. She'll take 4 damage. And now this is the real pain. We'll discard this one. If she keeps this, she's getting 6 damage. Well, I think that's going to happen. She's going to take 6 damage. Because she needs her gadgets. Okay. Wow, that was a bad card. Discard a card. Doing 3 damage to Unity. And then just 1 and 1. All to Unity. That could have been better. But we're still alive. And we can play 2 cards. So I'm going to play some supply crates. Lets me draw a card. Okay, and I think I'm going to play this Flash Forge. It's an ongoing power, and I'm going to use that power during my power phase. It says that Unity deals herself 1 fixed psychic damage. Each mechanical golem card regains 1 HP. We don't need that. But either discover 1 mechanical golem card or discover 1 item card. So I take a damage, but I can discover a golem. Okay, there we go. Bebot. Then we shuffle these back in. And then our 2 platform bots are doing 6 damage. So 25 left. Oh, and I get to draw 2 cards. Forgot that. Okay, done. Over here, get to play 2 cards. So let's play Fleet of Foot. Each hero may draw a card. Then I may play a card. I think we're going to push ourselves to the limit again. That's going to give me an additional play, so I have 1 more play. And I think it's time for the Lightspeed Barrage. Tachyon deals 1 target X melee damage, where X is the number of cards in your discard pile. And this is her big attack. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 damage on Baron Blade. Down to 11 health. And then we have to shuffle our discard back into our deck. So that's a big play for Tachyon. She sort of plays and discards as many cards as possible and then whips that one out. That gets discarded. And now, during her power phase, we're going to draw a card. Okay. And then during draw phase, we get to draw 2. Now, can the Wraith do some damage? Well, we're going to do an impromptu invention. Draw 1 card. Discover 1 item card. And then I may play a card. That's a 1-shot. Item card. Shuffle. Now I can play a card. Didn't exactly get what I wanted here, but... Okay, I will play this. That will just let us heal by 2, which we desperately need. And then we can salvage 1 item card, which just means going into our discard and taking an item card. And we only have 1 there. And now I can do 2 powers. So I could draw 2 cards or play an item. So I will play this item. This is a stun bolt. This has a power of dealing 1 target 1 lightning damage, and then until your start phase, -1 damage dealt by that target. Or I could deal up to 3 targets 3 damage each. So I could wipe these guys out, which I don't want to do yet. If we leave these guys out here, then we could even have an extra round. Now, we're doing 6 damage here. I think we can take him out the next round. And by the way, when we get him down to 0 health, he's going to flip over and we're going to have to deal with another aspect of him. But then we won't have to worry about this 15 card losing the game thing. But just in case there's something funky there with the environmental card that screws things up, I'm gonna play it safe. And I'm just gonna activate this stun bolt. We'll do 1 damage. And then he'll deal 1 less damage this round. Got a lot of cards. And then let's hope this isn't too bad. Bomb at City Hall. Okay, 1 hero may discard 2 item cards. If they do, destroy this card. I'm sure we can do that. In fact, the Wraith has a ton of cards here. Oh yeah, she can totally do that. So she'll discard the utility belt. We already have 1. And the Sonic Neutralizer. So we took care of the bomb threat. No big deal. All right, and we just counted. We haven't lost. Another remote walking tank. He discards a card. That's 12. This is doing 3 damage. I probably should have taken that out now that I think about it. These are each doing 1 damage. So that one does 1 damage. And then I can choose who takes the damage. The Wraith take the 1. And then we'll have Unity take this 3. And now we can have some fun. I can play 2. Oh, I have this power, which I can draw 2 cards if I wanted to at the start phase, but I would then destroy that item. Yeah, actually, I will do that. So for my 2 plays, I'm going to play this construction pylon and then powered shockwave. So I'm going to deal each non-hero lightning damage equal to the number of golems that I have in play. I currently have 3 golems, so everything goes away. Oh, this only takes 2 damage because it's a -1. There we go. Everything took 3 damage. And now for my power, I'm going to activate this. I can play 2 mechanical golems. I've got 2 raptor bots. I get to draw 2 cards. And now we activate. So this is going to do 6 damage here. And then each raptor bot is going to target 1 enemy and do damage equal to the number of mechanical golems in play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So each of my raptor bots is doing 5 damage. So let's just go ahead and take this out. And then boom. Now, when he gets down to 0 health, it says here at the top, when Baron Blade would be destroyed instead, and that symbol means flip. So we're going to flip him over to his other side. He dons his little suit of armor here. He's now the Armored Mad Scientist. He has 30 health. And it says, when flipped to this side, destroy all villain ongoing cards and set Baron Blade's HP to 30. Now, during the end phase, Baron Blade deals the hero target with the highest HP 3 melee damage, and then Baron Blade deals each hero target 1 energy damage. And on the advanced side, which is what we're playing, -2 damage dealt to Baron Blade. So we got to put 2 of these on. But he's also going to be dealing -1 damage because of this card, because of the stun bolt. And then we had 4 more damage to carry over. So he's now at 26. So now we get him down to 0 and we win the game. That's it. And we don't have to worry about this deck, which is now well over 15. Tachyon, she's going to take 2 damage because she's pushing herself to the limit. Maybe not a good idea. But we're getting 3 plays this turn because of our HUD goggles and the fact that we're pushing ourselves to the limit. So we're going to do Hypersonic Dash. So we're going to deal him 1 damage. But then it says targets dealt damage this way. Oh, wait, he's got -2. Oh, but her damage is irreducible. And this is why these HUD goggles are so important. Normally, this damage wouldn't have gone through because he's at -2. And actually, that reminds me, that means that that carryover damage... Ooh, that's an interesting edge case. I'm going to give him back 2 more health there because I'm going to assume that 4 carryover damage would be reduced by 2. I don't know. I'm not sure how to do that one, but yeah, normally her damage wouldn't go through, but because her damage is irreducible because of these goggles, it does go through. So she's doing that 1 damage, and then targets dealt damage this way cannot deal damage. We're going to put a little token on here that says this target cannot deal damage, and that's going to stay in effect until the start of her next turn. So that is incredible. And that was just her first. Let's have her do that. Tachyon deals each non-hero target 1 melee damage. Again, her damage is irreducible. And then for her last play, she'll just do this ongoing reaction. There we go. Those were her 3 plays. And then during her power phase, she will use this to deal 3 melee damage. And then this goes away. So then draw a card. And now the Wraith. That goes away. She'll heal herself by 2 again. She can take back an item. Then for her 2 powers, she can deal 3 damage, -2, so just 1. Not great. And then she'll just do this -1 to herself to protect herself a little bit. Draw a card. Persistent Paparazzi, ongoing. After a hero uses a power, they deal themselves 1 fixed psychic damage. And then at the start phase, each hero may discard 1 card. If each active hero does so, destroy this card. And that's at the start phase. So that's going to hang out there. Draw a card. We got a minion, Jet Jump Battalion. After this card is played, reveal the top card of the villain deck. If that card is a device card, play it, otherwise discard it. And then in the end phase, this card will deal 3-2 hero targets, so 1 target with the highest HP 2 energy damage. Okay. Nope, not a device. And now, Baron Blade can't do damage, so we ignore all that. It looks like the Wraith is getting 2 damage from that. I'm running out of room a bit. We're going to play Construction Pylon and then Supply Crates. Okay, we're going to move this over here. Supply Crates let me draw a card. Then for my power, we'll use this. We can play up to 2 mechanical golems. Got this Arsenal bot. And I'm going to put this like that. This Stealth bot. Now the Stealth bot is cool because I can redirect damage from, like if Unity was going to take some damage, it can go to the Stealth bot instead. All right, then I draw 2 cards. And now for the fun. Each platform bot is doing 3 damage minus 2, so 1 damage each. This Arsenal bot can target 2 targets, so it can't hit Baron Blade, unfortunately, but it can do 2 damage to this. Each Raptor bot is now doing 7 damage. So minus 2, so it's going to do 5 damage each. That's 10 damage. Boom. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere. The hypersonic dash goes away. But we're going to keep that right there because we get 2 plays. We're going to play another hypersonic dash. 1 damage, and it can't do damage. Amazing. And then for my next play, boy, I'm just going to do another Pushing the Limits, and then I'll use its power to immediately discard it and do 3 damage. Draw a card. The Wraith is going to play Grappling Hook. 1 shot. Destroy 1 ongoing card. Boom. Get out of here, paparazzi. Oh, I forgot about this completely. After a hero uses a power, they deal themselves 1 fixed psychic damage. So they both need to take 1 psychic damage. But hey, guess what? Unity can give that to the Stealth bot, which has a -1, so won't take any damage. Tachyon, though, does have to take that. But now that's gone. And I can then draw or play another card. I really don't have a lot of good cards here to play. So I'm just going to draw a card. And now we'll do this. We'll deal 3 damage. -2, but that will destroy this. Because we can do that to up to 3 targets. And draw a card. Oh wait, I have 1 more power I can use. I'll just do the -1, yeah, and then draw a card. Done. Power. Okay, local legal expert. This is a supporter. This card counts as a hero target. It is immune to damage dealt by hero targets. Into phase, each hero draws a card. Oh, okay, so we got a little helper. And now it's the end of the phase. We each get to draw a card. Lovely. And now, Baron Blade, he's about to die. Hasten Doom. Baron Blade deals each hero target 2 toxic damage, but he can't deal damage. And then play the top card. -1 damage dealt to Baron Blade ongoing. And then at the end of the phase, he gains 2 HP. That's not going to save him. He'll get his 2 HP, can't do any damage. And then I think Unity can finish the job. But just to be certain, we have 2 plays. We'll do Hasty Augmentation. 1 hero may use 1 power, plus 2 damage dealt by the hero using that power. So over here, that would be the 3 plus 2, 5 minus 3. So 2 damage. Okay, then Powered Shockwave. Unity deals each non-hero target X lightning damage, where X is the number of mechanical golem cards in play. We have 7. -3 is 4. And then boom, we can finish them off with our golems. And there we go. Baron Blade has been defeated on the advanced level. That was a complete solo play of Sentinels of the Multiverse Definitive Edition. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.